It's the hidden predator deconstructing the shadow side of reality. The subtle predatory embedded within the fabric of our reality and how humanity interacts with it, often with dangerous and even deadly consequences. That just becoming aware of the shadow archetype of our reality can be a catalyst for an evolutionary growth process of the mind, ushering humanity into another plateau of awareness, and then humans are not at the top of the food chain. And I'm sure that, Jerry, you can agree with that too.
Very true. We are not at the top of the food chain.
I want to define what we mean by hidden predator. Ancient predatory race that shares our planet, lives in a parallel reality, and exhibits a high degree of social and psychological agency. There's a hierarchy. They have a defined set of rules of engagement because this reality is very controlled. There has to be checks and balances. When you enter this reality and when you interact with human beings, it has to be under control. That way, nothing gets messed up for them because our whole society is set up in a way that it benefits them. And if something's going to enter it, it better not mess up that benefit. They're governed by laws that supersede our human laws to be able to come and go as they please. They interact with us on their terms, essentially. And not only can they travel between our realities, but they can take us to their reality and bring us back if they want to. Sometimes they don't. And that's definitely not something that I'm aware of. I don't know if Jerry is, but I'm not aware of us being able to teleport or bilocate.
They are independent. They're invisible. They are non-material. They are of the energetic universe. They're not of the physical universe. And the energetic universe, there is no time, there is no space, and there is no material. There's no matter. They dwell in that universe. So they can hit a schizophrenic anywhere at any time, no matter where they go. I mean, they can go, to Antarctica and they can still hit them. Space and time doesn't matter to them. They are predatory. They can only consume negative emotional energy. They can't make it themselves. So basically what they do to us is like what we do to cows. They set us out, we eat food, we drink milk, we produce emotional energy. Mm-hmm. For them to take it, they have to turn it negative. And then they take that negative emotional energy and they suck it out of the people. So, schizophrenics will tell you they can feel their energy leaving. They can feel that they're drained after the voices attack them.
They have to make us edible first, because if you're in a good mood, that's not something that's edible.
No.
And so a bad mood. So it's like, I liken it to, we have different species on this planet that eat absolutely appalling and disgusting things, like a vulture. A vulture will sit around and wait for something to rot. That is what it finds palatable. Well, we have to look at this consumption in a different way, because this predator, it's terraforming this environment to get a product. From a business perspective, we are a commodity and it has to alter us in the way in which it wants to produce this product. It has to make us ferment and be this disgusting putrid thing before it's like the vulture, before we actually become edible. Is that correct?
Well, that's pretty close. What these things do, the schizophrenics call them the voices, okay? Psychiatry is going, there are no voices, these are hallucinations. So, that's bullcrap. That's total bullcrap. The schizophrenics have been trying to tell psychiatry forever that these things are very real. What they do is they're consistently negative, derogatory, insulting to the individual. They will jump on any negative situation and inflame it. And they're kind of like magnetism. You can't see the magnetic energy. You can see the effect. Mm-hmm. When you put that magnetic field under iron filings or in a jar, you can see the effect that magnetic field has on those iron filings. These things are pretty much the same thing. You can see the effect they have on schizophrenics, and they don't just get schizophrenics, they get all of us to different degrees. You're walking around, all of a sudden this horrible negative thought comes into your mind to do something you would never do, and it's shocking, and you go, where did that come from? That doesn't belong to me, that's not mine, but it upsets you anyway. That's an example of being hit by these things. But schizophrenics get hit constantly, all the time. They run these patterns that I sent you, and we've defined some 28 of them. If psychiatry would look at these patterns, they couldn't miss them. I mean, their hallucinations don't run patterns. So psychiatry, big pharma, are making a ton of money selling toxic drugs to drug the brain, which doesn't do anything except calm these guys down temporarily. As soon as those drugs wear off, the voices are right back again.
They're right back there.